My ambition for Ragdoll has always been to keep in touch with young children as a way of understanding how our work can define and reflect their current needs and leave a glow on the imagination. We see ourselves as working for children everywhere now. When we made Teletubbies, for example, it was right for the time to make those characters technological babies. Teletubbies still works for children today, and it has also become a wonderful resource for us. After Teletubbies, parents and carers were even more ready to share with us anecdotally some of the pride and some of the anxieties and lots of the fun they experienced with their children. And one of the most fascinating subjects they touched on was bedtime, perhaps because here was a source of tension. There were clearly two different perceptions. Go to sleep, say the parents. We want to stay awake, say the children. The question for us was, could Ragdoll make a magical program around daydreaming and night dreaming about the time between waking and sleeping that would address this universal experience? All children everywhere in the world indulge in daydreaming. Go to sleep and wake up. Wake up and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Andrew Davenport, the co-creator of Teletubbies, was equally caught up by this concept. No one I have ever worked with in a rather, indeed, very long career has a better understanding of children's imaginative capacity than Andy. His intuitive grasp of young children, combined with his ability to visualise characters and write comedy, is outstanding. Add to this that we now know he can also originate music. You will understand why we are so fortunate in working with him, myself in particular. This is important, not just artistically, although that is, of course, a prime consideration, but also philosophically. For this programme especially, it provides wholeness, a completeness that absolutely satisfies and reassures.
I felt drawn towards creating a programme that embraced more traditional ground, one with lots of richness and detail and a wealth of characters distinctly different from each other. I wanted to invest this new show with a tangible, literal sense of childhood, to reference a pivotal moment in a child's experience, bedtime, that universal formative time of imaginative intimacy, of pictures and thoughts. As I began to sketch and model the characters and their world, there grew a pleasing sense of a comical and diverse community of toys living happily together in a magical garden located in that universal magical place visible from anywhere on Earth, the starry sky. It is the journey to this place, shared between a parent and child, that we make in the opening of the show. Simple poetic words and music carry us forward, following the little magical blue star into the night garden. Now we need to get past the hedge to meet the toys in the garden beyond. Fortunately, we can call on one of the two forms of transport available to all the inhabitants of the night garden, the Ninky Nonk or the Pinky Ponk. The Ninky Nonk, by the way, is a funny kind of train. The Pinky Ponk is a sort of airship. The stories are always funny and always bring the different toy characters together. At the end of every programme, we put all the toys to bed before returning via our night garden lullaby to the stars in the night sky.